Hi, I'm Nancy. Welcome to Mindful Yoga. Today we're going to do a water practice, just softening through our body as well as strengthening it into a little bit of ice, but softening it also into a more liquid body of energy. We'll also have a poem from Wendell Berry. Take a seat now. A comfortable place where you can breathe for a few moments. Settling down into the mat, diaphragm expanding, feeling that expansion going into the ribs and into the vertebrae of the spine. Every breath like a gift to the vertebrae and its flexibility. And as the breath lengthens, it creeps up the spine behind the heart like a helium balloon, lifting the collarbone just slightly. Perhaps feeling the lightness of the breath within you. You might imagine the breath coming up the back of the body on the inhale, the yang or fiery side of the body, coming over the head, down through the tongue area, tongue kind of connecting by being lightly against the palate behind the teeth, and coming down on the exhale, the front of the body, the yin side, the water side of the body. Breathing up the fiery side in the back, and breathing out the water side in the front. Wendell Berry writes, "When despair grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things, who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water. And I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting for their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free." A few more breaths as we arrive completely here on the mat. And let the chin come to the chest. Draw a necklace. Slowly, maybe hearing the cervical spine waking up, bringing the chin up over one shoulder and then over the other. Just an easy awakening. Bringing the chest and chin together once again, opening the throat as chin reaches up and comes back. One last time. And coming back through center, let right ear go to right shoulder. Left arm reaches out, fingers wide, comes back behind the waist. Little press down into the hip and lifting up through the shoulders, bringing the neck and the chest into alignment. And unwind that. Let the left ear come to left shoulder. Right arm comes out, fingers wide, stretching a bit and coming back behind the waist. I forgot to turn the nose up a little bit. That's right. Turn the nose up just a little bit, which helps even more to bring that ear to center collarbone muscle into alignment, pressing into the hip, lifting up through the shoulder. And releasing. Bring the hands to the side and let's bring our arms up in a sun breath. And down through heart center, palms together. 2 more times. Opening the shoulders. Gratefulness for that light that comes to us or that we turn towards every morning. Dependable, reliable. And bringing the hands down. We're going to come down into a lying position. And if it works for you to bring the soles of your feet together, maybe you want a little something under your knees. We're not going to be here for a long time. But as we come into our water chakra, the consciousness of our water chakra here in our lower abdomen, giving it room to expand. Perhaps coming into the mudra of the water chakra, the mudra of transformation, where you bring the interlaced fingers downwards together. So interlacing your fingers downwards, like you're making the church, and then bringing your forefingers up for the steeple, and then bringing the thumbs together, making a diamond between the forefingers together and the thumbs together, other fingers interlaced downwards, and you could bring that onto your abdomen. Breathing in that watery front of your body. The water chakra is a place of pleasure, one's own place. It is a place of deep emotions, of joy and sadness, a place of polarities, the oppositions that we deal with in our very human lives, the acceptance of change, the constant effort towards some balance, some beauty in the metamorphosis and shifts of life that fill our bodies from inside and out. And then letting that mudra go. One knee can stay bent, or it can extend out as the other knee gets a hug up into the chest, relaxing down behind the waist and letting the shoulders relax down a bit. Maybe the shoulder blades settle down under the body. And then extending the hugged leg out or bending it and having the sole on the mat and bringing the other knee up for a hug. Join both knees up for a hug, bringing them over towards the armpits, letting feet rise up, coming into happy baby, whatever version works for you, and just allowing this play and pleasure that is part of the water chakra as you splash around a little bit with your feet any way you'd like to. Just moving around. Maybe you rock back and forth across the water, within the water. Maybe you cross your legs one way, give yourself a little hug, and the other. Then bring one leg up. How about we'll bring the right leg up. The left leg will be out diagonally. And then we roll across, arms are wide out from the shoulders, roll across the back of the hips as the left leg touches down to earth. The left leg then comes up towards the ceiling and the right leg's out diagonally and goes down towards earth. So just rolling across the back of the sacrum. The legs in a wide V as they go back and forth. Imagine the water in the both metaphorical and physical body swaying back and forth. Our ocean of life force, the sea of Qi within our water chakra. Coming alive, finding balance. Then coming back so that legs are straight up above you. Bring your hands so that they are giving some support at the sides of your thighs, just above the knees. And then we're going to become water wheels, bringing the knees back towards the chest. Feet rise up, go forward, down towards the bottom of the mat, then knees come up towards the chest. Feet rise, come down and around towards the bottom of the mat. You're a water wheel here. Water wheeling round, making that as small or big as serves the body. Probably feeling some engagement through the lower abdominal muscles and the pelvic floor. And then let's turn it the other direction and come back. One more time round. Bring the left leg extended on the mat. So left leg is lying down on the mat. Arms are out from the shoulders. Right leg is straight up towards the ceiling. That right leg comes down over towards 3 o'clock, if there were a clock underneath you, and then down to 6 o'clock, opens up to 9 o'clock, and then comes up to the center, up towards the ceiling once again. Adapting as you need to for this hip clock, this partial hip clock, round, opening up through the hip, adapting in any way that opens up that hip joint. Next time the leg comes up to the ceiling, bring it down slowly, gently. Leave it extended on the mat as the left leg lifts up towards the ceiling. And it goes over till 9 o'clock and around to 6 o'clock, over to 3, hovering above the earth floor, and then back around again. One more time round. Then bringing the knees bent above the hips, rising through the head and shoulders, fingers giving some support to the skull. One leg extends out, one knee comes up to the chest, slowly back and forth, drawing in through pelvic floor, pressing abdominal muscles back towards the spine. They'll go there anyway, even if you don't press them back. Option to bring elbow to opposite knee, strengthening that core area of the water chakra. Life strengthens it as we live it, then we can strengthen it a little bit more consciously. And then coming down from those leg extensions, we're going to become fish. So this is a back bend. We bring the hands into wide fingers, just put them up above you, your fingers are wide, bring the 4 fingers together and the thumbs together, so you're making like a diamond with your 4 fingers and thumbs. Then you lift the hips and bring that configuration of the hands underneath the hips. Hips come back down onto the hands, legs extend out straight down towards the bottom of the mat. Then begin to lift through the top of the hips and the bottom of the ribs as your head slides back onto the back of the crown. So you feel this lift through the hips up towards the solar plexus. and then an opening through the front of the chest. And then bring it down and pause for a moment, take a breath. Once again, lifting up, hips up through the solar plexus, sliding on the back of the head up to the apex of the crown, kind of in the back. Imagining yourself a fish and coming back down. Let's bring the soles of the feet together once again. This time, knees wide, soles of feet together. Press the feet together hard. Press into the feet. Inhale. As you exhale, lift up slightly through the hips. Inhale as hips come down. Exhale, press feet together and lift hips slightly. Adapting as you need to. The exhale gives strength, support through pelvic floor and diaphragm. And bring the hips down. Now we're going to go over onto our sides. Bring the forearm so it's right under the shoulder. Front arm comes out. And then the legs are in a mild V. Front arm comes out in front, opens up towards the ceiling and back just as far as shoulder allows. Slowly coming forward once again, just opening up through the shoulder. One more time. Option when you find just a good place back behind to turn the wrist a few times in one direction and then the other direction. Now bringing that hand down to catch the knee, bringing knee towards nose, sliding the hand down the shin, pulling back on the foot, opening up through the hip flexor, or if knees aren't into that, you might hold the heel, or you might hold nothing, just opening through that hip flexor. Once again, knee to nose to knee, in that direction. Mine don't touch, maybe yours do. And opening up through the hip flexor, and we feel some opening through the shoulder as well. One more time. And then we'll find the other side. Coming again onto our forearm under the shoulder. A mild V in the knees. Arm comes out in front, opens up over the body. Enjoying this gift of yoga, of just getting to know your own body. Finding out what is the range of motion in the shoulder in this particular position. How does the wrist feel? How does the shoulder feel as we turn the wrist? How far back should we be? Working within that range of motion, just very gradually making it a little larger perhaps. Then bringing the hand under the knee, knee to nose, sliding down, finding your place for this quad stretch, the opening of the hip flexor, opening of the side of the chest. And 2 more times. And bring it down. We're going to come into a tabletop position. Coming into our cat-cow with hands right under our shoulders and knees under our hips. Coming into cat-cow as you stretch the spine long between pubic bone and collarbone. Lifting up through the oblique muscles by the waist as you arch up through the backbone. Letting the belly spill gently into the body, one direction and then the other. Feeling the spine just flowing like a wave. And gradually coming back through neutral. Bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. Then let that side bend ripple down through the spine, down towards the waist. Just gently. Coming back through center. Right ear comes towards right shoulder. So you feel that side bend in the cervical spine. Then let that ripple down through the mid-spine towards the waist. And back to the right, to the left, sorry. And then ear over to shoulder on the right, rippling down. And coming back through center. Bring the hips back over the heels, just hovering. Hands come back a bit. And then letting one hip dip down on one side and the other hip dip down on the other side. Just a gentle movement, not a big one, but a slight arc over the heels or ankles with the hips. It's another way to open up through the hips a bit, perhaps feeling that water, liquid placed in your body, in the abdomen, loosening up, waking up. And come back into child's for just a moment. Arms extended out in front, long stretch back through arms, back through the spine. Then stretch back just a little bit more through the tailbone, perhaps bringing some relief to the lower back. Coming forward into up dog, but modified, keeping the knees on the earth as you come forward and then go back, hips going back towards the heels, stretching back, maybe taking that little extra stretch and pausing a moment. Then coming forward, engaging through the front of the body, making that yin side of the body, the water, into ice for a moment as it supports the body. One last time, coming back and forward. Then bring the hips back a bit. Come down onto the forearms. Interlace fingers. We're coming into dolphin pose. Fingers are interlaced. Forearms on the earth, tuck the toes, and raise the hips. Imagine yourself a playful dolphin. Maybe you want to open the backs of your legs a bit as you paddle your feet. And then bring the knees down. Bring the hips back onto the feet. We won't be here for long. We're going to come into what's called the cosmic mudra, which is left hand over right hand and thumbs together. Just for a moment here, sitting in this meditative posture. Then inhaling up, arms come up overhead. Bring hands behind the head, dip back. Arms come wide into cactus pose. Then let the body come down, arms wide, hands in front of you into puppy pose, hips high. Forearms come parallel, you're on your forearms and knees. One leg lifts up in the back, pauses for a moment, comes down. Other leg lifts up for a moment and comes down. Widen once again, arms into puppy, slide back through child's pose and back into hips to heels and the cosmic mudra. A breath here. Inhale, arms up. Hands come behind head, dip the head back, open through the chest. Come into cactus arms, a little squeeze through the shoulder blades towards the spine. Down into puppy. Bring forearms parallel. One leg rises up in the back and down. Other leg rises up in the back and down. Arms come wide into puppy. Slide the hands back through a kind of child's pose. And coming up one more time. One more time, we'll go through the flow. A breath here. Inhale up. Hands behind head, dip back. Coming into cactus, a little squeeze through the shoulder blades. Down into puppy. Onto parallel forearms. One leg lifts up, comes down. Other leg lifts up and comes down. Puppy. Slide the arms back, hips go back. And end up back in cosmic mudra. Then we'll slide forward into Sphinx pose. Finding for a moment a comfortable place for the area of the water chakra to soften, become more of that liquid energy body, relaxing down into earth. Two more breaths here, please. Then squeeze the legs together, feet together, thighs towards each other, knees towards each other. Let the ribs come down, arms come wide, palms are out to the sides and a bit behind and a bit above the body as thumbs are up, head and shoulders rising from the lower ribs, squeezing together naturally through the shoulder blades for 3, 2, and 1. And then come down into a comfortable position. Perhaps the cheek is on the back of the palms, or maybe the forehead is down. Just coming down, very intimate with the earth and the water that the earth holds. Water is flow, and flow takes many forms. Water flows over the earth. It flows across the sky. It flows up. It flows down. Water flows around bends and into deep abysses. It mounts up to form clouds, and when it descends, it is rain, dew, streams, and rivers. Water is like our spirits. Many different channels, many different forms. All of us finding our paths. And one more breath here. Then bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, elbows are along the body, tucking the toes, pushing into the hands. We're going to come up into downward dog. Press into the feet, hips rise. Feel the length as you press into the hands.
through the sides of the body, up through the spine. Knees are soft. Shoulder blades widen out. Eyes of the elbows turn up slightly. Arms are straight. Weight on the outer palms. Some lifting through the inner arms. Strength through the abdomen. Water chakra is a little icy here. Strong. Lifting up through inner legs, but letting the knees be soft as you form this strong posterior chain. The knees can be given a little bit of flexibility. And then option to come onto your left foot and bring your right foot up behind you, or else come down on the knees. We're going to come into a knee down lunge. Knee might come under the belly and through. Right foot coming forward and rising up into knee down lunge. Bring the hands overhead. Let them be a little wide as you squeeze shoulder blades together and open. Feeling that opening from the knee up through hip flexor, up through the hip to the shoulders. And bring it down. Feet come back together, up into downward dog. Right foot comes underneath the hips, left foot rises up, or you come down on your knees and make your way to knee down lunge. Bring the knee in under and forward on the foot. Finding your alignment through hips that are horizontal. Bringing the arms up into a wide V. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening through the chest. Feeling that opening through the front of the hip. And bring it down. Let's come onto our knees. We're going to do gate pose. This can also be done standing up if your knees don't like it. If you do that, we want to do side bend away from the chair and then over towards the chair or couch arm or whatever and bring the leg up. If you're on the mat, you're on your knees and right foot is out to one side, toes can be up or forward. Left arm reaches up, right hand slides down the leg, and the other arm sweeps gently across. Just pausing there for a moment, feeling what you feel. And then bringing that left hand down to the mat, lifting up with the right leg or leaving the toe down, your option. Opening through the chest, feeling a radiating out of energy. Strong through the belly as the toe comes down and you come up and over. Where are you feeling this? Bringing openness all up the side of the body. Opening up however works for you on the opposite end of gate. And then closing the gate. And one last time, opening it up. And returning onto your knees. Bring the other leg out, left leg out. Right arm reaches up, slide down that leg. Just coming into what it feels like on this side of the body as you start to open. Opening the side, closing the gate, then opening the gate like coming into the sunshine. Strong through the belly as you come up and over. And one last time.
And let's bring it down. And we'll come up to a standing position. Bring your hands to your belly just for a moment. Feeling the breath, the diaphragm, vibrating down into the belly. That sea of emotions, of change, that possibility of the still, deep pond, the ocean that is also there. And letting hands come to the side, just tilt the hips forward a little bit and then back. Maybe the hands can help the front of the hips come forward and then back. Feeling the movement in this area. And then finding where's the center. Where is the center that is most solid, that can give good support to the weight of the head and the shoulders and all of the organs. Then feel your fishiness a little bit side to side. We do come from the fish, and we are a little fishy. Now we'll feel the tides a little bit. Bring your weight into your left foot. Right foot comes forward. The left foot toes are forward and the right foot toes are over towards the corner. Weight comes into the back foot. That knee bends a bit. Feel the glassy surface of the water as the palms down come around. Then turn the palms up as weight comes forward. Pinkies come towards each other. Weight comes onto the back foot as the pinkies come back towards the belly button. Feeling the surface of the water and feeling the tides or the currents pulling you back in. The ocean of life, the ocean of the body. And this time as pinkies come back, bring that foot back. Left foot comes forward towards the corner, weight back over the glassy surface as weight comes forward, turning palms upwards and bringing the pinkies back towards the belly button, weight comes back. Synchronizing breath and movement, letting the movement of the water within you, imagined around you, vibrate through the belly. And one last time. Then bringing feet together. Inhale, arms up. Forward fold down. Knees are soft. Bring the hands to the shins. Press into the shins. Become long from tailbone through crown. Then lightly tracing the fingers up. Come into just a mild back bend. Arms come up overhead. Mild forward fold. Come up the inner legs around the belt line, rubbing the kidneys in the back. Coming down the back of the legs, bladder and kidney meridian, back of legs up the inner legs. Coming round the belt, rubbing the kidneys behind the waist. The kidneys, the area that cleanses the waters of our body. It's near the adrenal glands. And so some fear also can harbor in the kidneys. But there is also the great potential of calm and quietude there, just like water. We're going to do now what's called the microcosmic circle. Bring your hands down, scoop up some earth chi, bring it up the body, palms are up, coming up to the top of the neck. Exhale, arms out to the sides. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, hovering the hands behind the skull. Exhale. Inhale, hover them above the chest as they come down. Inhale, exhale as they come down the back of the legs, hovering up the insides of the legs and all the way up to the neck. That's an inhale, exhale, arms out. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, back of skull. Inhale, chest, belly. Exhale, down, hovering, buttocks down the backs of the leg, hovering between the legs, up the seams of the legs, all the way up, wide, overhead, back of skull, front of body, back of body. This microcosmic cycle that balances the fire of the back of the body and the water of the front of the body. Coming wide, overhead, hovering back of skull, front of body, down, up the inner seams, all the way up, one last time. Out, inhale up, exhale back of head, inhale front, exhale back. Now down here, let's bring our hips back, knees bend, palms are facing back towards the body. They sweep up and we're coming into macrocosmic orbit as they come up, and then similarly hovering behind the head, coming across the front of the body. This time we're going to go down the sides of the legs, the gallbladder meridian, hovering above the sides of the legs, hips come back, palms turns back towards the body and sweep up. Skull, chest and belly, down the sides, hips back, sweep up, bringing universal energies, the energies all around us into our bodies, down the sides, hips back, sweep up. 2 more times. And bring it back. Bring the feet a little wider than hip width apart. We're going to do a pull of earth chi up into, well, really earth and water chi, they move together, up into the kidney area. Knees bend a little bit as hands come up behind, kind of a standing squat. Let the palms come down slowly through the head and the heart, assuring them that all is well. They can soften down, belly. Then fists come to the thighs, knees bend, hips come back a little bit. Inhaling up through feet, up through legs as fists run up the thighs, up to the area in front of the kidneys, the abdomen. Bringing some contraction up through the perineum, the pelvic floor, and then softening down as the hands, palms down, come down the thighs. Legs straighten a bit as hands come up the back. Calm down through the body, letting the fear go down towards the earth. Fists on thighs, bringing earth and water energy up through the legs, holding it there in the kidney and water chakra area. And exhaling down into the earth. Inhale up. Quiet it down through the body. Drink up earth and water chi up through pelvic floor, kidneys, perhaps up through the back of the throat as well, and then let it go down into the earth. Fear drifting down, calming the body. Pulling up the solidity and stability of earth, the flowing of water, and exhale it down. One last time. Holding and letting it go. And coming back into mountain, solid and stable. Bring your weight into the left foot. You might want a chair. This is a kelp balance, so if you'd like a chair, welcome to that for your other hand. Finding your foundation on your left leg, strong through the muscles at the side of the hips. Right knee might rise up or the toe could remain down. And then a little bit of a kelp movement, a movement of kelp in the shallow waters with knee and hands going from one side to the other. They may go in the same direction as each other, or hands and knee might go in opposite direction. Letting your own water chakra be part of this flow. And then bringing that down. If you're using a chair, bring it to the other side. Bring the weight into the right foot. Left foot rises. And begin your version of kelp balance. The water has been with the earth ever since its beginning. They're finding that cloud of gas and dust that spawned the sun and the planets had water in it. So 30 to 40% of the water in the earth comes from that original cloud, that source cloud. And bring it down. Interesting factoid, somehow makes me feel like the earth and I are right together on the water bit. All right, we're going to do a curtsy flow. Bring the hands to the waist, bring the weight into the left foot, and bring the right foot back behind. Knees bend, coming into a curtsy. Arms come wide. Make soft fists at the ends, and let the hands go up and down a few times. Then bring the left hand to the waist, right arm reaches up, opening through the right side. Just an easy side bend. Then coming up, that top hand comes down, palm opens towards the left. The left hand comes with palm open towards the right, and they cross over each other just slightly. And then come back to middle. Hands come to the hips. Left foot comes back behind, arms come wide, soft fists, move up and down a bit. Right hand comes to the hip, left arm comes over, Easy side bend. Then top hand comes down and pushes to the right, and the right hand on the bottom pushes to the left. And we'll do that one more time on each side. Weight in the left foot, right foot comes behind in a curtsy, arms wide, soft fists up and down. Left hand to the hip, right hand and arm over. Right hand pushes to left, left palm to right. Coming back through center, hands to hips, left foot behind, arms wide, soft fists up and down. Right hand to hip, left arm over. Straightening up, left hand comes down, pushes to the right, and the right hand under that. And come up. When water rises, it becomes clouds, and we welcome that. We don't want the clouds in our lungs. So clearing some of that murkiness of clouds out of our lungs, bring the hands forward, palms up, curl little finger, and then the rest of the fingers and thumbs back. Bring those back alongside the lungs, knees bend, hips come back, pushing out with a ha, and clearing the clouds, straightening legs back. Hands come out, palms up, curl the fingers in, bend the knees, ha. Arms forward, curling in, clear the clouds. And one more time. And come back. Now bringing the feet into triangle pose feet. So the left foot is at about 35 degrees, other foot, not such a wide stance, with the feet forward, with the toes forward towards the front of the mat. Let the hips come back and forth in a little bit of fishiness. Hips stay towards the back of the pose, towards the left. Hands rub across the chest. Front arm reaches out towards the horizon, reach, and hand comes down in front of the knee. Other arm reaches up, opening through the chest, relaxing down through the belly. Good support with shoulder blade and the side of the waist underneath the body. And then turning, arms coming out with palms down, as if you're flying over the earth, as if you see the rivers and the streams and the oceans beneath you. Little lift with that back hand. Gaze can remain down towards the mat. Bring the hands down and up the leg. And we'll come to triangle on the other side. Coming to your triangle feet. One foot is right behind the other, although that can be adjusted if it needs to be for hips. Bring the hands to the hips. Let the hips be fishy back and forth. Ending up towards the back of the pose, towards the right. Open through the chest, reaching through out to the horizon. Windmill the arms. Press that bottom hand against the leg for some support. Strong through the legs. Breathing soft through the belly. And then turning, eyes down towards the mat, arms flying wide. imagining, looking perhaps at your own house, your own trees, the Willamette River, the Marys River, the Columbia. A little lift in the backhand, gaze remains down, and then that backhand comes down and up the leg. Let's bring the shoulders up to the ears. Turn the shoulders a few times. Then bring shoulders up to the ears, squeeze up, and gently feel the shoulders become heavy, shoulder blades down towards the waist, belly soft, head bobbleacious. Energy staying in the body, tensions drifting down into the earth, into the waters of the earth. Then we'll come into a lying position for a supine twist before we finish here. Lie down for a moment where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water and the great heron feeds. Right leg remains extended, left foot comes up by the right thigh. Thighs go over, hips go over towards the left foot on right thigh, draw that across, finding a comfortable place. Coming into the liquid body here, soft, melting, dissolving. Down through legs, into the feet, from soft belly, up through organs, lungs, heart, soft, steady. Jaw, soft. Eyes relaxed. Any unconscious tightening in the skull, let it go. And coming back through center, left leg extends out, right foot comes up by left thigh, hips go over towards the right foot on left thigh, bring it across, finding your form of this twist, coming into the peace of the body, the peace of water, the peace of wild things. Relaxing down through thigh, shin, down into the toes, behind the waist, up behind the heart, the back of the neck, into the lobes of the brain, the center of the midbrain, behind the eyes. Resting into the inner ears and the tongue, and down the throat. Coming back to the water chakra, balanced, a deep pond of stillness. And rolling back, feel free to stay here for a while and relax. If you're coming up over onto your side and coming up into a sitting position, and for a time, rest in the grace of the world and be free. Namaste.